MoneyGram stock price hit $5.92 today. $5.92. That's insane. Just a couple months ago, it was trading around what, like a $1.39 each, something to that effect. Thank you, Ripple, and thank you, XRP. Going to be talking about that, and going to be talking about some other news from MoneyGram, which you're going to want to know about, and could it potentially affect things with Ripple and or XRP. I've also got a piece that I'm going to cover towards the end of the video, not XRP related, so I'll save it for last, but I found it interesting nonetheless. Libra must comply with anti-money laundering standards, says U.S. Treasury. Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP and MoneyGram, my friends, you done came to the right place. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. And I must say thank you. I just hit 9,000 subscribers today. That is awesome. This is mind-blowing to me. Just 3 months ago, I had 200 subscribers after running my channel for almost half a year. And suddenly somehow caught traction, and it seems to be continuing for a few months. So there's so many new people listening out there now. I just want to send a very sincere, very humble thank you very much, because running this channel is my most favoritist hobby I've ever had, and I just want you to know that I do appreciate the support here. All right, let's go ahead and dig in. Look at this. So at the moment, 574 for MoneyGram stock, but it did hit 592, and we know that this would not be possible without Ripple and without XRP. And it's funny to think, if you look back, I've showed this chart in a somewhat recent video, but MoneyGram stock price, believe it or not, it was somewhere around $270 or $280 about 15 years ago. They have hit hard times. Things have not been going so well, but they'll be able to dramatically reduce their operating expenses with the inclusion of XRP technology as it is sufficiently rolled out, and that will only ramp up for them as time passes, as new corridors are developed. And so while I get, and I'm sure that many listening to me right now are super duper frustrated that, okay, yes, positive news, we're happy that, MoneyGram's price has gone up, but I'm sure many of you are frustrated that XRP price has not been responding with the same vigor, if you will. I get it, but understand that the reason, and you should take advantage of it, in my mind, like, this is not financial advice, I'm just sharing my opinion, but the reason that XRP price is what it's at is because we're talking about, when you're looking at the price of XRP, it's not because of what XRP is being used for. It's not because of real utility. It's because of the frenzy around the entire freaking asset class. That's what it really is about here. And so I'm counting on irrational humans to frantically buy, FOMO in at times where, lemmings do what lemmings do, and then panic sell. I'm counting on humans to do that. They've displayed that they do that. The historical context, the evidence for this is profound. It's all over the place. There are plentiful examples. The most recent example I like to cite outside of crypto would be the dot-com boom and bust. Look how they behaved. I'm telling you, there's a follow the leader mentality here. And so, given that I know, or at least this is, again, not financial advice, but I firmly believe that I have found something special in XRP. I believe that it will indeed have staying power. I am happy to wait for the rest of the humans to figure it out. And I got in first, I continue to buy, and I understand that there's going to be a tremendous multiplier effect in terms of the price of XRP. I'm happy to wait. That's what I believe anyway. I very firmly believe that. And I only put money that I'm willing to lose in the off chance I'm wrong, but come on, it's actually being adopted here. It's the only cryptocurrency on the planet being used in the commercial production of anything. And so I think that the price will catch up with the actual value of what can be offered thanks to XRP. So to me, it's just the little game called patience. And I am absolutely happy to wait here. Now, let me dig into something else MoneyGram related here. I saw this tweet from Galgatron, and it was a comment associated with a piece, and I didn't have an opportunity to cover this yesterday, but there was an announcement. Let me just tell you what the headline is first. Where is it? Here we go. MoneyGram announces new debit card deposit service in partnership with Visa. Okay, cool news. So I was going to cover this anyway just because there's a lot going on with MoneyGram. Positive developments all around, and given their partnership with Ripple and XRP, when there's a large announcement like this, I think it's certainly worth covering. So anyway, there was a link to that article, and here's what Galgatron had to say about this. This doesn't use XRapid. But the Visa partnership with MoneyGram makes that piecemeal evolution possible as XRapid rails proliferate and grow. Patience. And what was I just saying about patience? I should have some. But yeah, you just wait to see how the ecosystem builds out. You need rails to be laid and all that good stuff here. But again, Galvatron says this doesn't use XRapid, but the Visa partnership with MoneyGram makes that piecemeal evolution possible as XRapid rails proliferate and grow. And so let me cover with you just what this is so that you are aware. I'm going to be real brief with this here. But here we go. MoneyGram, global provider of innovative money transfer services, today announced the launch of a new debit card deposit service in partnership with Visa via Visa Direct, Visa's real-time push payments platform, which enables payments to over 1 billion cards worldwide. And by the way, if I could just mention this before I read further, and I covered this in a video, I don't know, half a year ago. There's always these new little hysterias around the Twitterverse out there as it pertains to XRP, and one of them that I had the pleasure of covering was Visa Direct, and is it competing with Ripple and XRP? And every time something like this comes up, if there's a coin attached to a project, I always have to explain, here's what a stable coin can and can't do. Here's what the implications are in terms of competition if you're just talking about payments relative to what can be done in using a cryptocurrency for actual settlement, because payment and settlement, obviously very different things here. And so here you go now. Like I said back then, no, not a competitor, and now you've got MoneyGram partnered with Ripple, MoneyGram partnered with Visa, and we've got, as Galvatron stated, although it doesn't use XRapid, maybe in the future could be some sort of tie-in. Look, everything's working out so far. Let's just see how it keeps unfolding. Anyway, and then the piece says, the person-to-person, P2P, money transfer option allows customers in the United States to conveniently send money domestically through the MoneyGram app or via the MoneyGram website to other U.S. recipients' eligible debit cards. The new service reflects MoneyGram's commitment to make it easy for customers to send and receive money any way that is convenient for them. Here's a quote: "We strive to create the best experience for sending and receiving money, and this new product offering empowers our customers by giving them yet another way to send money to friends and family," said Alex Holmes, MoneyGram chairman and CEO. And in partnering with Visa, the world's leader in digital payments, we're providing our customers with a dependable option that they know and trust. Visa and MoneyGram share a common goal of providing customers with a fast and reliable way to pay and be paid, added Bill Shilley, Senior Vice President, Global Head of Visa Direct, Visa. By implementing Visa Direct, companies like MoneyGram are able to offer choice, flexibility, and peace of mind to customers, knowing that each transaction is backed by the security, reach, and capability of Visa's global payments network. Pricing for the debit card deposit service starts at $1.99 and allows customers to transfer funds to a bank account linked to the eligible debit card at any time, including weekends and holidays. Currently available in the United States only, plans are also set for the service to expand soon to other markets outside the U.S. So there you go. I got you caught up today on that. Now, so what's up with the price action that we saw today, right? And I must insist, as I read what I'm about to read to you, the price action that we saw today would not be possible without Ripple and XRP. Period. Okay, so here's a piece from the Motley Fool. Here's why MoneyGram International is soaring today. What happened? Money transfer company MoneyGram International has been one of the stock market's best performers recently. The stock had already more than tripled since June and is up by another 7% today. As of noon EDT on Tuesday, MoneyGram shares were trading for about $5.70 as compared to a low of $1.33 reached at the end of May. Most of the recent rally in MoneyGram can be attributed to the company's partnership with cryptocurrency company Ripple, which also took a substantial stake in MoneyGram. However, today's rally is for a different reason, and they go on to cite what I just covered with you, which is the partnership with Visa there. And so I want to be very clear, although sure that had some impact. If that were the only news and there had never been an actual partnership with Ripple and MoneyGram, you would not have seen a high today of $5.92. And I'm telling you, when you look at the chart, for MoneyGram's stock price, look, humans are going to behave like the speculative animals they are. Look at this. If you look at this chart I have on the screen, my gosh, it looks like a freaking cryptocurrency chart, does it not? And so ultimately utility wins the day, but from my perspective, it makes sense to be a long-term individual when you're talking about any sort of investment for crypto, because look, I know we want things to happen fast, but realistically, who the hell knows what the timeline's going to be? How long is it going to be before the next parabolic run-up? And then when will altcoins run up in tandem? How long will it take for XRP to have its next parabolic shift upward? And when will people actually start to let price catch up with actual value? We'll see. All right, let me hop into the next piece here. This is from Alex Cobb's website, the XRP Daily. Brad Garlinghouse will be interviewed on CNN tomorrow talking about Ripple and XRP. And it states, this morning an XRP community member on Twitter let us know that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse will be interviewed on CNN tomorrow, September 11th, 2019. And it states, if you watch the video clip, she already states that they will specifically be talking about the company Ripple and the cryptocurrency XRP. Pretty nice to be able to see Ripple CEO on major mainstream media talking about the greatest digital asset ever created, XRP. Hopefully we will get some decent statements and a good discussion in this interview, and we will make sure to update our readers on the latest information that comes out of this interview. Okay, and so I'm definitely going to be watching. I just wanted to let you know this is coming, so if you want to try and catch this live, go on ahead, treat yourself, girl. Once I've had an opportunity to watch this, I'm going to want to cover it. Anytime Brad talks, I want to listen intensely and then share with you what he said and my particular take on it. So there you go. You got a heads up. This is going to be happening tomorrow. All right, next, we got a tweet from Anthony Pompliano. It's just a bullish tweet. It kind of speaks for itself, so I'll be brief with it. But he tweeted out earlier this morning, I have yet to meet an institutional investor in 2019 who believes there is no value in Bitcoin, blockchain, or cryptocurrencies. Big contrast to 2018. And so this is what when I'm talking about the reason I want to have a long-term mindset, and the reason I do have a long-term mindset as it pertains to cryptocurrencies, as time passes, it will become unmistakably clear continually that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. And what will that mean? The cryptocurrencies are here to stay. Blockchain's here to stay. The native digital assets on particular blockchains, here to stay. What do you think institutional investors are going to do long term? They're going to A, want a piece of that, or B, not want a piece of that. They're not going to want to diversify for a brand new asset class with asymmetrical returns historically. Look, to me, it just could not be more crystal clear. That part, I mean, fine, you can debate on which cryptocurrencies are really going to have staying power, the winners, the losers. Okay, fine, I still believe XRP will be one of them. But crypto itself is not going away. And so putting money in now, I still believe there's going to be, not financial advice, but I believe there's going to be another huge speculative bubble that's at some, I don't know when it'll happen, it's going to dwarf what happened towards the end of 2017, early 2018. And given that humans haven't figured out which cryptocurrencies deserve to stay based on utility, probably a ton of them are going to go up in value. So it'll be Bitcoin, and I'm sure there'll be an alt season, perhaps even prior to that. But I think that humans have not figured it out yet. It's going to happen again. That's what I believe. I don't make price predictions with timestamps because I just be pulling that out of thin air. So I'm not going to do that. But I just want to say conceptually where I think it, and just looking at how humans behave, that's where we are right now. That's how I see it anyway. It's okay to disagree. If you think I'm wrong, feel free to drop your thoughts below. Last piece in this video from Cointelegraph. Libra must comply with anti-money laundering standards as U.S. Treasury. Facebook's Libra stablecoin must meet the highest anti-money laundering AML and terrorism financing standards, according to United States Treasury Under Secretary of Terrorism and Financial Intelligence Sigal Mandelker. Business news outlet Reuters reported Mandelker's remarks on September 10th. Per the report, Mandelker also told reporters in Geneva that any cryptocurrency operating in the United States, including Libra, has to satisfy local regulatory standards. Global financial regulators are concerned about Libra, with the European Central Bank's key legal official, Yves Mersch, which I'm sure I said wrong, recently saying Facebook's stablecoin is beguiling but treacherous during a speech at an ECB legal conference. Meanwhile, a delegation of United States politicians visited Switzerland, where the Libra Association is headquartered, to investigate the project and meet local regulators. As Cointelegraph reported, in late August, the visit did not assuage their concerns. Facebook is also attempting to influence U.S. regulators by ramping up its lobbying efforts, hiring a firm at the end of August and 2 lobbyists. Mark Carney, the governor of the Bank of England, suggested a transformation of the global financial system by replacing the United States dollar with a digital currency similar to Facebook's Libra in August. So, yeah, well, we'll see what happens with reserve currency status long term. If anything shifts with that, I mean, there would have to be a complete financial collapse of the dollar, other global turmoil. Something big would have to happen probably. But look, I've talked about that in the past. The concept of cryptocurrencies becoming global reserve currency, or practically eliminating that with everything being more liquid in general. I don't rule it out, and I will say this. Regulators are aware of that potential threat. It has been addressed recently. So we'll see what happens there. But either way, if you're Facebook, do you not wish at this point that maybe you would engage with regulators a little bit more prior to saying, hey, we're going to make this cryptocurrency? Don't you think in hindsight that would have been a wise route to go? That's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!